Hey guys, welcome back again to Dave's Dimension. Welcome back again for another video. Welcome back to the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. So we're back again for another video. I want to thank you guys for checking out the channel. Now today we're doing things, well, a little different. We're still doing an unbox. A different type of unbox. We're not doing a figure. We're not doing any kind of prop mod or any kind of collectible really. We're doing something a little different. Obviously, with everything going on this past year, quotation marks, more people are working from home, remote educating. A lot of people started doing different hobbies. YouTube channel, hello. So what I'm actually trying to get back into is, years ago, I was big into video games. I mean, we all were as kids, right? So recently I started, trying out a few, I'm a PC gamer. I do have an Xbox, but most of my gaming I tend to do on my computer. So I figured, okay, if I'm gonna start playing, maybe I'll do some actual live playing, because usually I'll do, if I'm doing a PC game, I'm gonna play the storyline. I usually don't play against other people. So I decided I want to open myself up to that, but also, if you're gaming, you don't want your speakers, you don't want your sound blasting and disrupting the rest of your home, right? That's where this comes in. I actually ordered myself a gaming headset. For gaming and also maybe to do some other things with the channel itself. So, what I did was I was looking at the market, and honestly, I didn't have the finances to go as big as I wanted. Recently, the wife and I we were in the market for a new vehicle. Our vehicle was slowly dying, so I was paying the bills, and I had a nice little chunk saved up. And what we wound up doing was getting her a new car. So because of that, some of my I guess you could say my finances were a little budgeted. Plus, we have several trips to go on in the month of June, both family oriented, so we kind of have to watch some of our finances. So what I did was I decided to do some research, basically for budget headsets. Okay, I wound up getting what's called the HyperX Cloud Stinger S. Okay, now you can hit up your local GameStops if you want. There's Newegg, there's Best Buy, there's so many different ones out there, but I wanted to get something of a good quality. In most of the videos I watched, the HyperX, no matter what HyperX headset was being reviewed, everyone seems to say two things. One, it had good sound. It talks about the lows and the highs. It said they had very good, tremendous sound, but also the mic was nice and clear. You didn't have, usually when someone's talking on a mic, it's on their P's and their B's and their T's, there's, pits, you get those little, the sponge on the microphone right here. You usually have that, I forget what it's called, but usually it protects against that. It's supposed to allow for better sound. Well, apparently the HyperX brand in general, no matter what year or what model you have, they tend to be pretty strong pretty well. So I went with the HyperX. I actually got this one. Let me pull it up, guys. I actually got this on Amazon. This is the HyperX Cloud Stinger gaming headset for PC, virtual 7.1 surround sound. Now, with a lot of reviewers and a lot of videos I've been watching for the past week or two, a lot of people tend to say that the 7.1 surround sound is a little overrated. That stereo for most part works fine, but it really depends on the game that you're playing. Different games have different sound quality, or different sound stages, I guess you could call it. So I went ahead and got this one. We're going to jump back. Here we go. It shows you a picture of the HyperX right there. It looks like a solid plastic design and frame. You get your little control dongle right there. Once again, the branding with its 7.1 surround sound. The 50mm directional drivers. That's where you know, when you get surround sound, or, you know, it wants to, so basically the long and short of it, without boring you guys too much, is directional sound, okay? If someone's walking behind me in the game, I should be able to hear them coming from, you know, from my left or my right side, okay? I should be able to hear if there's a sound behind me or a sound in front of me. That's directional sound, the long and short of it, guys. Okay, we get nice comfort. A lot of people tend to swear by the comfort of the HyperX headphones. Now, apparently, there's no, from some of the videos, there's different versions of this where the way you would mute this particular model is by putting the microphone arm in its upright position. And also, another nice thing is they have 90-degree directional cups. That means if you're taking a break, you're stepping up, you don't have the headphones clamping onto your neck. They can rest over your shoulders, so to speak. And that's pretty awesome right there, guys. Again, swivel to mute it. And we have noise canceling here as well. That's going to be pretty interesting for me to test it out. Now also, if you notice, the lower portion of the headphone right there, you see there's a little slider for your volume control as well. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So, yeah, I got this for $44 plus tax, and I'm an Amazon Prime customer, so free shipping. So that's not bad. I got that for $44. They have the stereo version for $40.99. I said, what the hell? I'll spend an extra $5 and we'll try out the 7.1 surround sound. So there we are. So here we are. We got the box right here. And as I said, this is the HyperX Cloud Stinger. So we're going to try this out. I figured I needed a new headset, guys. That's what I pretty much figured. For the past week or two, this is what I've been using as a headset. Now, these are a pair of MPOW Bluetooth headphones, but you can also plug it directly into a computer. You can plug it for charging or connecting, but there's also an earphone jack. So I have my super long earphone jack, and I can plug this either into my computer or into my desktop speaker. This is what I've been using. I mean, I can use these and I can speak into them. There's a Bluetooth feature like for answering your phone. Okay, so it does have a microphone, but I want something a little bit better. I mean, I love these headphones for being out and about or you're traveling. These are perfect. I love them. In fact, I'll leave a link in the description below for a set of these. I really love MPOW, but when I reviewed a lot of the headsets, MPOW was not really present. There was one or two, but a lot of times in a lot of the videos I was looking at, if you're looking for anything 100 or below, there's either one thing. It has a great mic, but not great sound quality. Or it has great sound quality, bad mic. There seemed to be a trade-off. And the only one that seems to be pretty consistent is the HyperX. Again, you can see that there is a dongle on here, right here. And it shows that they do rotate, just like I said in the pictures. I'm not going to go through all the crazy text and specs on here. But, I mean, for the price point, I really don't think I'm going to be disappointed. And a lot of times when you walk into GameStops or a lot of different computer supply places, your electronic stores, your Best Buys, I mean, even my keyboard I recently got, that is a HyperX keyboard, and I love it. In fact, I'll leave a link to that video below as well in case you guys want to check it out. So here we are, HyperX. We're all gamers. That's the little tagline that they have right there. So let's get right in this. Now this one is specifically compatible with PC. Now you have to be careful. If you're going to buy online, guys, read all the details. Just don't say, oh, that looks good, click, buy. Don't do that. You want to read everything because there are different models of these. There's a very nicer one that I wanted to get. Maybe I'll get that a couple months down the line. But there's specific models that are good for PlayStation, specific models that are specifically good for Xbox. So you want to check to make sure if you're going to PC game, is it compatible with PC? Is it compatible with Xbox? Is it compatible with PS5? Whatever system you're going to use, you want to just take an extra minute or two to read through all the details just to make sure it is compatible, guys. And I've noticed a lot of times with some of the videos, you go on YouTube and you're watching somebody's review of something, and you click the link, oh, it's a slightly different model. So you want to double check your facts, guys. Research is never a bad thing, guys, okay? That's my little sage advice here. So let's get, what am I doing? There we go. Trying to open up a box with scissors. So there we go. Nice little presentation. Got some cards, little plastic holder in here. So what do we get? We get HyperX has you covered. Their little warranty and contact slip right there. We get a nice little book of instructions. Just in case you need to know how to use the specs. We got a nice little clear piece of plastic holding the microphone arm in place here. So what do you say we just get right through that? Okay, there we go. We're gonna toss it and file it. And there we go. And there we go. We have the headphones right there. Sorry about that, guys. And the only other thing we have is the little dongle here. So let's now right off the bat, right out of the box, it does have an earphone jack here. Okay, your basic 3.5. You know, it'll plug into if you have desktop speakers, or if you want to plug it directly into the back of your PC. That is an option you guys can do. There are some plastic ties here, so you're gonna have to break through those before you can pull it out of its plastic. So that's pretty good that they have it nice and secured inside the plastic case. So if, you know, FedEx, UPS, whoever is delivering it, is not punting it all over the place, which tends to happen with a lot of our package, guys, let's be honest. So let's get that out. And here they are, right out. So the only thing I'm going to do here is get the other twist ties off. We have some that are on the cords here. Let's see how long this cord really is. I've seen some short ones. Now, when I was at GameStop, I was speaking to a gentleman. He recommended the cloud cores, but they were a little pricey at the time. Oh, this is wow, this is pretty damn long. I think I could probably connect this to my desktop, and I mean, hell, I could walk to the back of the room here. I gotta say, without even putting these on yet, guys. Without even putting these on, I mean, just the movement here, it feels like they're very nice and relaxed. You don't have to put a lot of effort. That's just automatically in a relaxed, like when you turn them, it doesn't feel like, oh, I have to put force, or it doesn't feel too clunky. It feels, you know, it just glides. It just glides on you. So, like, no effort right there. Okay, now, this is where we have our volume slider, or rocker, if you want to call it that, right there. Now, you do have some more plastic off the top here. Nice little foam right at the top. So this should be pretty comfortable. So let's see. I like the fit of that. And if you notice, it can extend further out. So if you got, you know, a kind of a cone of a head, or you just got tons of hair up there, I mean, you got plenty of room right here, guys. nice and comfortable. And this is what we're talking about. You can just kind of relax it right there. So it's not like it's, you know, because the last thing you really want is one, maybe if you develop some of that ear sweat, if you're a big sweater, you know, it's really warm in the room that you're gaming in. You know, this way you kind of have it relaxed. You know, let the air breathe, just chill for a moment, and there we go. So, let's start testing out the sound. Now, I'm going to test listening to music on here, as well as we're going to try it with the game here, okay? So, we're just going to plug it right on in. Okay. And let me find something that we can listen to that we won't get a copyright strike off of. Okay, guys, so here we are. I'm on a site called SnapMuse. This is a site for non-copyright music. Let me just show you guys. So I just went for non-copyright music in case you want to use any of this stuff for your videos. So I just pulled this right up. Browse. So we're going to play, I just pulled up some, let's go with some hip-hop first. At least this is what their listing shows. Let's go for, I like the beats. It's got some pretty good bass in here, guys. Let's go with something else. Let's try a little, okay. Nice, good sound. Let's jump over to, let's go with something a little different. Let's go with some rock. Hey guys, I have to apologize. After recording the video review for the HyperX Stinger headset, apparently it did not record the sound that I was actually listening to and testing. And also my Battlefront test footage did not transfer over to the video as well. So I do apologize for that, guys. Again, I do apologize that when I was listening to the music, you guys could not hear it. It wasn't being captured onto the video. If I do a test like this again in the future, I will make sure that everything is calibrated so you can hear exactly what I'm hearing. So I do apologize for that, guys. But enjoy the rest of the video. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So there we are. Sound is really good on these guys. Now what I'm going to try is, I want to take us over into a video game. We're going to try, let me pull up some Star Wars Battlefront. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, we're just waiting for it to load. Sounds good. Now I don't have the volume cranked up all the way. Let's try some battle scenarios. I've actually never done this before. At least not this part of the game. So... Okay, let's see how bad I play. Now, I'm wearing my glasses, and I'm still pretty comfortable with these on. So, like with some headsets, you might have it kind of crushing or pushing your glasses up. I'm really not feeling it here. So, feels pretty good so far. Yeah, I know I'm terrible. I know I suck at this, don't I? So there we are. So sound on here is very good. I mean, it's definitely a stereo sound. Maybe a little bit more. I might have to play around now. I just have this wired into my desktop speakers. I have a pair of Logitech speakers. They're not the greatest. I definitely notice music sounds better on my speakers than anywhere else. And I may actually experiment with putting this directly into the computer itself. Let's see if that does anything. Sound is pretty steady here. Let me just exit out of the game so I can return to you guys. So far, these are some pretty good headphones. Now, I am going to have to play around with this microphone. What's great about this is when you have this on, if you're worried if the microphone is on or not, when you lower it, when it hits this point, there's a click. Don't know how well you guys can hear that, but there's a very noticeable click. So now it's on here. Now you can kind of bend this if you want. If you want it closer to your mouth, further away, you can bend it. So it's got some function here. So if you're a big person, now with my asthma, my breathing sometimes can be very noticeable. So I like having my microphone away from me, but I try and project a little bit better. I mean, if you want to, you can have it up here. Honestly, when I'm working, I work a call center job. I usually have my microphone up here like this because I tend to project my voice pretty well. So, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of bendability here. So, I mean, this is a nice, steady mic. Now, I'm going to have to try and do some tests here to see how well it comes out. Now, I'm not going to subject you guys to those tests, obviously. But all in all, this seems like a pretty good, stable mic. Now, some people might say, well, Dave, it looks like it's pretty plastic. It is. This is a mostly plastic build. But again, you know, you're getting a headset, a gaming headset for $44, $44.99, so $45 basically. But it's got that nice relax. I mean, this turns without effort, guys. You know? You want something, if you're on a budget or you're just starting out, and so you find something, you know, because it all boils down to research, guys. If you're starting out, you want something to begin with. This, I mean, I'd have to say just on my little experience right now, listening to some music and also playing a game for maybe a minute or two, the sound is pretty good on these guys. I mean, you're getting what you're paying for and a little more, to be perfectly honest. I initially got this in case I am doing I might try some game streams in the future. I might not. I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet. But it's always good to have a good pair of headphones for your PC. You know, maybe you're jamming out. You don't want to disturb anyone else in the household. My wife, actually, she doesn't do YouTube, but she does a lot of social media because she has a little business that she's a part of. That she primarily does some streams on, you know, Facebook and a few other social media platforms. So this way, if I'm gaming or if I'm doing something else, maybe I'm recording something for other purposes, you know, this way I can do this without her hearing the loud music or her hearing the loud blasts, with it interfering with her streams. So this is definitely an ideal piece of equipment. There have been some other HyperX headsets I've been really looking at. There was one or two that I really wanted to, but it just wasn't in the budget at this time. You know, maybe a month or two down the road, you know, after June, my finances were going to be a little bit better. Like I said before, we have some family trips that we have to take. We have a nephew's graduation in June that I'm really looking forward to, especially since it's been a good year and a half since we've seen my wife's side of the family. We have a memorial for a family member to go to, and I have an event to go to in New York City, all in the month of June. So it's going to be pretty hectic, and we're going to be spending a lot of money on expenses. So trying to save, trying to put some ducats to the side, trying to, you know, save a few bucks for when we're driving everywhere and staying in different places. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, things still aren't 100% in the world, And, you know, you got to save your coins, you know, wherever you can. Save a few bucks here and there. So, I mean, for a starter headset, I don't think you can go wrong with this. Like I said, there are a few other ones. I looked at the Corsair, I looked at Razer, and it seemed like there was one or two things that were kind of like, oh, I'm going to hold off on that. I don't know if it's going to be worth it at that moment in time. Some, you know, in some cases, it's the steel construction. I didn't just look at videos where, hey, is the sound good? Is the microphone good? I also looked at videos where they revisited products, I should say. There was one of the Razer headsets I was looking at. About 6 months after the fact, some of the microphone functionality, as far as the arm and a few other things, started to kind of go. I don't know. That could just be a one-off issue with quality control. Who knows? But for right now, I'm going with the HyperX, the Cloud S. There are some other ones. There's some, I think it was Cloud Core was the one I was looking at. Let me see if I can pull it up. HyperX. Maybe I'll learn to type one of these days. I don't know. So HyperX headsets. I was looking at this one, the Cloud Alpha, and I was also looking at the Cloud 2. Now, a gentleman at the store had made a mention of a HyperX, I want to say Cloud Core was one of them. There's a Stinger Core, but like I said, some of these are, this one's 79. It's not bad. It's pretty close to, it's like a year or two after this design that I have in front of me. Here's the, yes, Cloud Stinger Core. This is like a newer version, but I believe this is detachable, if I'm not mistaken. I also looked at this one, the Cloud Core. This is one I was looking at. But I decided to go with this one for right now, because at the time when I was looking at the ones I got, the Stinger S, these were not available. They weren't in stock at the time. As you can see, some of the pricing can go up pretty exponentially. So it really depends what you're looking for. What extras are you looking for? RGB? Do you want it to light up? I mean, nobody's really, I mean, unless you're doing live streams, I don't see a need to have any kind of LEDs on your headsets. If I do get a new one, I'm leaning towards I think it was this one, or looking at this, the Cloud Alpha and also the Cloud 2. Now, if you notice, this one does say PC, PS4, Xbox, so on and so forth. I really like the look of this one. But, I mean, for right now, we're going to be testing this one out. So, really looking forward to, I mean, like I said, this one looks good. This is 79. This one is 59 if you can get it, but it says compatible with Xbox and Xbox Series. It doesn't say that it's compatible with PC. Like I said, this is going to be a situation where you want to compare. You want to thoroughly check everything out, guys. So, here's the Corsair. That's another one. But again, a lot of these headsets I was looking at, maybe they had great sound in the headphones, but they didn't in the microphone. You want to have good balance in the microphone, but also in the headset as well. So, there we are. So, here I am with my HyperX headphones, and I can't wait to try them out. I'm gonna try some gaming maybe later on this evening. I want to make some other videos. So, and I'm probably going to do an update on this maybe in a month or so, just to kind of give you guys my impressions after it. Did I do good? I don't know. I mean, this is, you know, for 45 bucks, I think I did pretty well. It does feel like it has memory foam in here, or that it's just got a nice cushion. It doesn't feel too rough. It feels nice and comfortable. And, you know, we'll see how it goes. Now, obviously, you want to adjust it for your head, and you do have this extra foam right here. So, it's meant for comfort. It's got its branding, but it's got its branding to the point where it doesn't stand out and annoy some people, you know? So, there we are. not a whole bunch of craziness. We don't have a detachable wire. This wire is permanently in there. It's not coming out. The microphone does not come out. Some headsets actually have detachable mics, and there are some of the HyperX brands that do have that. This one is not one of those. Okay, but all in all, I'm thoroughly impressed with the design of it. And I mean, the sound quality, we'll see how well it comes out, guys. So there we are. Just a quick, I know I ramble on a lot, guys. But just a quick unbox for these headphones, and we're going to test them out. And like I said, I'll probably do an update in maybe about another month or month or two. And we'll see how, how they work out. And maybe I'll get rid of these and go on to another headset. We'll see. But until next time, this is Dave from Dave's Dimensions saying thank you guys for checking out the channel. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. If you think you got some thoughts about what I can do to make this channel better, or maybe an item you want me to check out, or maybe some criticisms, could I have shortened this video out? Give me some thoughts down in the comments section below. Or better yet, you can always email me at davesdimensions78@gmail.com. And I want to thank you guys for checking out the channel. If you're subbing, if you're hitting that red button below, if you're already a sub, thank you for supporting the channel. If not, why not hit that red button, hit that bell for notifications so you can get alerts on new up and coming videos as soon as they drop. So until next time, this is Dave from